Hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Tamara Jordan, Tammy Turns Pages. I'm so glad that you are here and that you decided to turn pages with me today. Today we're going to be doing a reading wrap up of all of the books that I read in April. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get started here. I have some notes, so I might be looking down as well, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So first and foremost, I just want to let you know that I was not able to finish The Celestial Wife. I actually didn't start it either. I just didn't have enough time this month to read this book. So maybe in another video or another vlog or another wrap up sometime, I'll get to this book. But yeah, I wasn't able to finish this one. We're going to go ahead and start with the first book, which is The Lost Book of First Loves. This one is by Rayanne Thane. The main characters are Allie Wells and Juniper Connolly. Oh my gosh, I'm having a hard time speaking today. Allie is raised by her father. He's a famous author. His name is Carson Wells, and he basically has her, well, she decides to take a DNA test and discovers that she has a half-sister named Juniper. The plot really kicks off when Juniper decides to take a job as an intern, and when she does that, they're kind of thrown together, let's just say that. Things definitely get intense, and Juniper experiences kind of a medical emergency, and yeah, I don't want to give too much away, but they are thrown together in this little small town in Wyoming, kind of near the Tetons. But the setting is beautiful. It is, like I said, Wyoming. I think they talk about Yellowstone a little bit. And there's just a lot of emotional development that happens in this story. And they share a family cabin in this story, which obviously is giving cozy, like emotional small town vibes. I did give this a 3 out of 5. I felt like this was a bit Hallmarky, a little bit, and kind of like, not cheesy, but like, I mean, kind of Hallmarky. Even the romances were a little bit like, oh, and then, I mean, it was fade to black, which is fine, but like, they didn't even like really talk about how they were feeling, not really until like right at the end with some of the romances in here. So I just thought there could have been more. I did like it, and I thought it was a very sweet book, and definitely if you're liking this type of book, then I would recommend it. Next book is called All Roads Lead to Rome. This one is by Sabrina Fidel. This is the first in a series. This is a YA romance that's set in Rome, and it is basically what carried the book for me, the setting, just because who doesn't want to go to Italy and, experience that, which I haven't yet, but I will. The main character, her name is Story, but her real name is Astoria, Harriet. She's an introverted, kind of bookish girl who obviously is living in Rome. She's the daughter of a U.S. ambassador, and that's why she's in Rome. Luca is a famous Scottish influencer and also a heartthrob, and she meets him. The plot basically starts when she meets him. She gets caught in the middle of like a paparazzi kind of thing at a gelato shop that Luca is at, and then she basically is asked to be his fake girlfriend and kind of cover up the real relationship that he has with another celebrity. So it's a fake dating storyline and also ends up being real. But this is, YA romance, celebrity romance, fake dating, a little bit of forced proximity too. They go on a lot of trips together. Got the gelato, got the shops, got the Italian, countryside and the Roman streets and touristy kind of vibes and charm. I just really, really thought this was so cute. I did end up giving this a 3.5 star. And I think if you want a little adventure, this one would be great for you, especially for the summertime. If you're wanting to travel, this is a great book for you. This next one, oh my goodness, Miranda July's All Fours. So I initially was saying that this was basically a woman who was on a sex quest, and that's not really what this was. Definitely there is some sex exploration in here, And there's definitely a lot of like longing and yearning. And there's also a lot of like kind of like experimental things happening in this book. But this one is a lot more introspective than I think I initially thought. Our main character is unnamed. She is 45 years old, which is part of the reason why I like this book, just because I do like to read about older characters. She is a writer and an artist, and she lives with her husband. Harris is his name, and also their child, Sam. The plot follows her as she is planning to go on a road trip to New York, but she basically, not long after leaving, she becomes impulsive. So this is kind of where I got it mixed up, but she becomes impulsive and she checks into a motel nearby instead, and she doesn't really go on that road trip. A huge part of this is her attraction to this younger man that she meets kind of while she's in that hotel. His name is Davy, and the story kind of goes on from there. It's a lot of desire, a lot of yearning for sure, a lot of identity, not crises, but just like struggling with her identity, marriage, what happens in a marriage over a long period of time, aging, freedom, all of that. The setting is Los Angeles, and then it's also Monrovia. It's really good. I give this book 4.5 out of 5. This book will stay with me for a long time. I loved it, and I think you would too. All right, so the next book is The Secret Lives of Murderers' Wives. This one had a lot of characters in it. So that was probably my main issue with it. Not like, because there are 3 main characters, but then there's like lots of other people around that you're getting introduced to. And I was like, oh, who's who and what's what and who's saying what. And yeah, it was a lot. But this one, the plot centers around multiple women who are connected. Basically, all of their husbands are murderers, and they are connected to like high-profile crimes because of their husbands. And basically, it shows how their lives are intersecting. There are definitely multiple POVs. There are a lot of characters. There's a lot of secrets that are revealed in this book, and also a lot of like suspicious behaviors and like kind of like a whodunit. Because there were so many like perspectives and side characters, it felt a little bit overwhelming at times, just because I was like, what? Like I was just confused by some of it and who was doing what and who was saying what. And when you're trying to unravel a mystery, you kind of want it to be clear. But it was good, and like the payoff was really good, and I thought the setting was good with the like kind of suburban 1950s polished kind of vibes to it. Yeah, I gave this a 3 out of 5. I thought it was decent. It was a good read, and it was fun, and there were a lot of funny moments. So if you like kind of a mystery kind of crime drama, this one is the one for you. And the last one is Just Friends by Haley Pham. This one follows our main character, Blair. The story basically revolves around her and her friendship with, what is his name? I don't remember. Yeah, that's sad. That's how much I was like, I don't know. But it's a second chance romance. There's also some grief elements in this. It is a contemporary relationship focused on the characters and the emotional intimacy that they're trying to share. This one is my lowest rated of the month. I didn't rate it on Goodreads. I just didn't feel comfortable rating it. But if I were to give it a rating, I probably would give it like a 2. It wasn't that it was the worst book I've ever read, but it definitely wasn't the best book I've ever read. If you know anything about Haley Pham, she is a booktuber. I love her videos. I like her husband too. I think they're both very interesting, very sweet. I felt like this could have done with, first of all, let me just say, I'm not a writer, and I can't imagine how hard it is to write a book. But I do want to say, I think this could have benefited from an editor telling her, or the people telling her, like, you know what, take your time, babe. Take your time. We have all the time in the world to write this book. You don't, there should not have been like deadlines, or let her take her time. Let her experience this for the first time. Let her, get good at this craft. Was this good for a first time draft? Yes, but I'm not putting it against books that are first time writing ever. Putting this book against books where people have been practicing writing their whole lives, and that's not what happened here. This is her first time ever writing anything, and so it just shows in the book. Nothing wrong with her, nothing wrong. I think if this would have benefited with more time and more practice and more preparation and people being honest with her. I like the idea of what it was gonna be, and I feel like if she continues and she's continuing to practice and really hone this craft and this skill, I think she'll be fine. This first round didn't really do it for me, unfortunately. All right, so the last step in this is me picking from my TBR jar. I'm gonna pick, well, I don't want to say in a book slump, but I'm definitely in that, I don't even want to say it out loud, but I'm feeling it coming, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to be fairly moody about the books that I'm reading. And so even when I pick out of here, I'm going to try and pick based on what I think my mood is going to be, which is hard. But if I don't read them, I'm not going to feel bad about it. So I'm going to pick 5 from here, and then hopefully I can get to them. And if I can't, because I'm feeling a type of way about it, I might switch the book out for a different book. That kind of still goes with the prompt, if that makes sense. So I'll pick out my initial books with you now, and we will get to it. Oh, yeah, you kind of want to see this. I'm going to get in the bottom here as deep as I can. All right. You won't be able to see this, but it says, read a book on, oh no, read a book with an average of four or more stars on Goodreads. Well, I actually have one in mind already that I want to read. And I know it's already, I don't even need to look it up. I know it's 4 stars. Let me go get it. Okay, so I got my first book. I don't know exactly how high this is. Let me look on Goodreads. I am going to look. So this has a 4.3. So I will pick this one for the first one. It's just any book that's over 4 stars. So on Goodreads. So this is going to be the first book. Let me go on this side. Academic Rivals. And I know what book I want to read. It's already in my mind. I think it's called The Academic Affair, or just Academic Affair. Again, let me look on my Goodreads. An Academic Affair. This is by Jodi McAllister, and it's basically a charming new romance about 2 English professors who embark on a fake relationship only to discover that it may be harder to pretend than they realized. So, yeah, I definitely want to read it. I don't own it. I have it on audio. So, yes, I will definitely be reading that one. Let's see. Okay, this one says Small Town Romance. Oh, there's a few I can do for that, so let me go ahead and look. Okay, I found it. It's gonna be The Fangirl Project by Beth Reekles. She's the one who did The Kissing Booth. Let me just give you a little bit of a synopsis of what this is about. From the best-selling author of The Kissing Booth comes a romantic comedy about a girl who joins a book fantasy fandom. Oh, okay, cute. To win over her crush, only to discover that love is complicated. Okay. And I'm assuming this is small town because Beth Reekles writes a lot of small town romance. So if I'm wrong, just let it happen. Okay. Oh, okay. It says sci-fi here, science fiction. I know which one I want to read. Hold on one second. Okay, so the next one I have for the science fiction is by Becky Chambers. It's called To Be Taught If Fortunate. This book is a standalone science fiction novella, short. At the turn of the 20th century, scientists make a breakthrough in human space flight through a revolutionary method known as somaforming. Astronauts can survive in hostile environments off Earth using synthetic biological supplementations. So this one's supposed to be really good. It's actually got over 4 stars on Goodreads, and it has like 60,000 ratings. So this was probably going to be very, very good. Last one. Oh my gosh. There's so many. Oh, okay. Oh, this is easy. It says young adult. So any YA book. Let me find some YA book. Hold on. All right, this is going to be the last book that I'm going to read for this month. This is All Paths Lead to Paris. This was in my spring TBR video that came out like maybe a month ago. I just finished All Roads Lead to Rome, and I thought might as well just do the second one in the series, and just get this series out of the way. So yeah, this one, let me see. When a fashion influencer with a luxe Parisian life and a fake musician boyfriend meets a normal quote-unquote guy and begins to date him on the sly, she must rethink all of her lies and consider whether they might have a little too much truth in them. So this is another fake dating celebrity romance kind of thing. So that might just be what this author does, but it's YA and it fits the bill. So I'm just going to do it. I had fun with the last one, so I'm going to do this one too. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please, please consider subscribing. It does a lot for a channel as small as mine. Please let me know what you are reading this month and what you're trying to get to. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one.